Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in on our YouTube and Facebook pages. Shout out to our radio partners, Fluent Media Network, Philly Jams 95.3, and Indie 101.5. Tonight's show is powered by Live Long Health, Paris Ice Bar, Copajn Vodka, Fiya Infusions, and Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Be sure to tap in with us every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, honey, and don't forget, the MzMetchi show comes on every Monday at 11 a.m. It's showtime. Let's get it.
Yo, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I know what you should be doing. I'm the pride of the Eastside DJ MH Tutter, and you need to tune into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy, $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Oh, Fabo!
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in. And right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
I'm still listening to Rachel Black right now. Get to drink. You got the Swag Heart community. Yeah. Shout out to Swag Heart. Not worried about you. We worried about ourselves. Yeah. Just gotta let the chorus run out for my goodness. Let me tell you, since Rachel Black came on the show, look, okay, that was My Way from Rachel Black. Okay, so this is from The Pieces of Me. The album is out now. Now, you all remember that she came to check us out. What was this? I mean, we probably at about 2 months ago. Her project dropped in August, and baby, it's been in heavy rotation here at the Blueprint Live. We love Rachel Black down. Shout out to her. Y'all go and stream Pieces of Me, okay? Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. I am so happy to have you all back this week. It's been a heck of a week. Yes, it has. And guess what? We about to have a really, really great show tonight. I have not one, not two, but 3 amazing guests. And my first guest is in my virtual backstage. Okay, I'm so excited. But look, before we jump in there, let me remind you all. Ticket sales end on Friday. Is that when is the 5th? When is the 5th, y'all? This Sunday. Ticket sales end that night because the LinkedIn Lit Brunch is happening on October 11th, and I would love for you all to join me. I just posted something. I only have 20 spots left. Okay, only 20. And as a matter of fact, it might be 19 because I think I just got a notification. Let's be clear. Get in the room. I want you there. This is, I've been telling everyone, y'all know the tagline. It's not your average brunch. It's an experience. I just really wanted to curate something and bring all of the fun people that I know under one roof. And I want to share these people with my community. So make sure that you all join me. Remember to use promo code LITFAM. Okay. We have to start it off right. Now, if you all were jamming with me as we opened up tonight's show, that was Rachel Black with My Way. Again, the Pieces of Me album is streaming everywhere. Spotify is where you will find that on my playlist. Okay. And of course, that song is on the Blueprint Live playlist that's exclusively available on Spotify. So you all make sure that you get in tune with that. Shout out to all my listeners that are tuning in with me tonight on our Facebook and YouTube page, and everyone that'll join us later with our radio partners. Shout out to Fluent Media Network, Philly Jams 95.3, and Indie 101.5. They are the ones that keep the show powered. If you're interested in advertising with me, make sure that you visit the bpmediaco.com or MzMetchi.com for more information. I am politely accepting DMs. Do not come with a dissertation in the DMs. Email me, call me now, but please, okay, let's keep it limited on there. Because look, I tell people all the time, I'm not in the inbox like that. You can catch me if you send me a reel, a TikTok, we might be able to start there, okay? But definitely reach out. Just I would love to promote what you've got going on. And I'm gonna remind you, because remember, I messed up last week. I didn't do it at the top of the show. Drop your business in the comments. If you're tuning in, you got an event, you have a book, you're an artist, you're trying to help someone else out. Please drop your link in the comments, because somebody needs what it is that you have to offer. And remember, I'm not here for me. I'm here to promote you. That's what I'm here for. Now, tonight's topic, you all know, look, unless you're living under a rock, and even if you're really not into celebrity tea like that, we got to talk about it tonight. We're talking about the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj drama, but look, you all know on the Blueprint Live, we don't like to just talk mess. We like to talk with a purpose. So for me tonight, this is what I want to break down. Go with me here for tonight's topic with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I sit as a Black woman a little bit like disappointed that this is going on, because it's just such a high time in both of their lives. So we really need to break down the dynamic of why, when we're at the top, can we not come together? Why do we fight? Why is this happening in the first place? We're going to break down the dynamics for tonight's topic. So it goes a little bit deeper. We're talking about the celebrity tea, but we're talking about it with a purpose. So you all stick around for the topic of the night. Now, I'm really excited. Let me tell you all about my first guest. I told you all, I don't just have one, I have 3 guests tonight. But Raynetta Greenleaf is coming on. I'm about to bring her on now, but let me share with you is what I love about the different people that I meet along my journey is one of the things that's really fun to me, and it always stands out, is when we serve. Okay, we serve the community. Everything, even from the league, anything that I've ever been a part of, even if it's not something that I'm currently doing at this moment. When we got together, we made an impact. Okay, we made an impact. And tonight's my first guest, Raynetta, it was really, really great serving alongside her. And I'm really excited for her to come on and tell you all about her business, Greenleaf Motivation Inc., okay? Because it's a very, very layered organization. And she is doing the work within the community. So I'm excited to bring her on. Raynetta, if you're ready for me, give me a thumbs up, sis. I think we are ready to go. I introduce you all to my guests. Let me get it right, because we got to, first off, we've been trying to set up a time to get together. I'm not even going to tell y'all for how long. Okay. So I got to make sure that it's right when my girl is coming on here. Let's get it together. But I introduce you all tonight to Raynetta Greenleaf.
Hi.
What's going on, girl? How you doing?
I'm doing amazing.
I'm so happy to have you here. Look, they dropping stars and everything.
Hey,
yes. Shout out to the Swag Her community. They are tuning in for tonight. So, Raynetta, I've been, this has been a long time coming, sis.
I know, right? Too long.
What's up with that?
I don't know. It's God's timing, so it's all right.
Absolutely. Look, and it is divine. I'm really, really, I was telling them before I brought you on that, you've done so much within the community, and it was really, really nice that, and just in the time, it was a couple years ago that we met, that we were able to serve alongside each other as far as some different community initiatives. You're dope, sis. You dope.
Thank you. You are too.
Thank you. So look, I want to jump right in. So, for people that may be a little bit new to just your organization, because I've been promoting you all week. But in case they don't know, you are the founder of Greenleaf Motivation Inc. So can you just share with my audience, from your point of view, a little bit about what you do?
So Greenleaf Motivation Inc. is not just the organization. It is a true passion and heart, in which I came up with my last name, of course. Yes. It wasn't always Greenleaf Motivation, though. We started out as Touch of Love Charity Community Outreach. Okay. And I don't know what made me really change the name. I think it was too long.
Okay.
Touch of Love Charity Community Outreach. I just think it was too long. And I was like, no, what are we doing?
Right.
I'm Greenleaf, and most of the people that I make help me with Greenleafs are all Greenleafs. And so what are we doing? We're motivating. We're motivating, trying to influence people to just do better and love on each other a little bit more. I started my organization really because of gun violence. in my community and seeing a lot of people that was close to me that died in my community of gun violence. And if it wasn't them that was dying, it became their children that was dying. And so it was like, how can I make a difference? What can I do? How can I step in? Like, why is this happening? You know? And so I decided that I would do a Stop the Violence event and shut down my childhood block. So shut down my community block where all this violence was happening in the area was happening, and said, even if I made a difference for a few hours in that one day, that I saved some lives during that time frame, because it could have been other things going on. And so I gathered the community together on my block. I went around to the area passing out flyers, telling them, hey, we're going to be right here. We're grilling, we're barbecuing. I'm ordering bouncy houses. You know, bring your lawn chair, bring your music. We'll have a DJ. I'm going to have a performance. It was so ghetto, but it was from the hood to the hood. So it was fabulous.
Those are the more fun events, personally.
It was very personal. I actually connected, and I'm going to say, you know, may he rest in peace, Fettuccine Demetrius. He was somebody from Chicago that came out and performed. You know, he had moved away to Atlanta, and unfortunately for him, he still ended up dying of gun violence in Atlanta. And it's a very sad situation, but he traveled. He came back for me to help put on that show. And, you know, his mom is like an aunt to me. And it's just, you know, I hold those things dear to my heart, you know, the very unfortunate situation. But this just goes to show you, like, you know, life is very unwavering and quick.
Absolutely.
And so from that, I just decided, like, I got a bunch of people together. A whole community. They brought their kids out. The church. We just had a really good time.
That's right. And a safe time.
Safe time. And I had what happened? I had started the organization. And again, I told you I started out as Touch of Love Charity Community. The day that I did that event, so many people wrote up on me. One person that wrote up on me and helped to really make an impact on me was Mr. Monroe, and he's with the Monroe Foundation. And so he gave me his card, and he said, you don't have to do this out of your own pocket. You can help get sponsorships to do what it is you're doing. He was like, call me, take my card. And I was like, okay, you know, didn't think nothing of it, but I took the card. And me taking his card, he introduced me to a phenomenal woman, Yvonne Orr. She's a grant writer. And they introduced me to Safe and Peace Communities, where they introduced me to my first grant. And she told me, I did not know this woman. She met me. She said, give me all the things that you have, what you started your organization with. Give me everything. And I'm looking at her like, give you everything.
Right, like, girl, like,
I worked really hard on this. I don't even know if it's all the way right, but I did it. And you asked me to hand it to you. So I nicely got it all together, and I handed it over to her.
That's right.
And she was amazing part of my journey. Her and Mr. Monroe, because he introduced me to her, they introduced me to Safe and Peace Community, which is a Safe and Peace Community grant that takes place every year. That she made sure that my organization was functioning properly. She took it and she made it what it's supposed to be. She made sure I had A to Z in order. And then she helped to write my grant for the Safe and Peace Community. And I received that grant. So it was my first grant with Greenleaf Motivation, Inc. I changed the name during that time. And the community, they gave me $10,000. It was a $10,000 grant. So, of course, I'm like, what? I got $10,000 to do what? I get to do whatever I want with this money for the community? Get out. Cool. So here I go. I'm like, we
about to hit them hard with this one.
Yes. I'm like, what else can I do? Let's do something like. So I hired, I had Mechi to come back again to perform for a second year. I had all different type of stuff out there for the kids, for the community. I had one back up. First, I had went and sat down with the alderman, David Moore, 17 Blue.
Okay.
I go and sit down with him and tell him my big idea, my big plan. And he's all for it. Like, yeah. And so I think that he really wanted me to utilize the park across from him, his office. Okay. And I was just like, no, if I utilize that park, the community is going to think it's from him. This isn't from him. This is from Greenleaf Motivation. It's from the hood back to the hood. I couldn't do that. I said, no, I'm going to utilize. No, I was like, no. I was like, I'm going to utilize the block. What I initially started with, I'm going to utilize the block. So we're out there setting up, got porta potty people pulling up. Like, we got all the stuff. Do you know this man pulled up on the block and said, shut this down. You ain't doing this here. So now it's me and him. We arguing. I said, oh, we doing it. I'm going to call the police. I said, I will have free security. Please do so. We're doing it. I'm like, you shut down the block if somebody die and get killed. It's shut down. We shut down. Like I said, you see all this stuff out here. I said, you know, I have this money. Like, what you mean? I'm giving it back to the community. Like, what? I had all type of balloon releases to do, like giving out trophies to families who have lost loved ones. I invited everybody out that I knew in the community who had lost somebody from gun violence. So it was a lot of people that was showing up. And this idiot, excuse me, this man, I'm being nice, he tried to stop it. And I was like, we're still doing it. So you can't shut the block down. And he sent the police. Me and the police had a long conversation. And they was just like, why are you doing this? I was like, why not do it?
Yeah.
Well, I had them to step back after looking. I'm like, look at all these people.
There's so many other municipalities and just, you know, in different areas where you can go and find at any given moment. They'll just cut the block off. They give no notice to the community.
No notice.
Anything and say, hey, you know, we're doing this and you're not going to be able to get to where you need to get to at this point. So
we directed the traffic to go through the alley to alley. Take your pick. But you not coming down this block. It's shut off. We're doing what it is we're doing. Yeah. And we had a good time, a safe time. But he honestly, he kicked off a whole new somebody in me because I seen a character and I'm a woman. And so you know how we women do when we scoring.
We got to go 10 times harder.
So I said, I got something for him. And I ended up deciding to run for alderman.
In the same ward?
I said, I'm running for your position. And I gave him a run for his money.
Now see, that's how you do
and that. He was livid because nobody else was running against him. He was mad. He was like, she's only doing this because I didn't let her have the block party stuff and shut down the block. And I said, and did. And you right.
Yep. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Thank you, because it was something small.
And you have to.
Since that's what you wanted to do, this is what I'm doing.
So, Raynetta, you know, and I thank you for sharing that story because I think a lot of the times, you know, when people see business owners that they're not a business owner, they see us posting and everything. They don't always see the L's that we take in silence or how hard we have to fight to have our visions and different things come to fruition, right? So I know when I met you, at the time you were promoting an initiative where you would wash the baby's clothes for school, the laundromat initiative, you know, and you've done a lot of different activations to help the community. So I want to know this, out of all of the ones that you've done since you started the organization, what's one that's like really a standout besides that first one? Because that's a heck of a one, but what is another one that is like, you really hold that one?
So I really hold dearly my young entrepreneur, Gym Shoe Gala. Okay. That is my baby. That is the highlight of my yearly events that I do for the community and these young entrepreneurs. That's right. That's my highlight.
I love that. And how, like, when is it like a spring event or when does it happen?
It's more so a summer event. It's a summer event, and throughout the year, I be nosy on social media. So if y'all listening, you know, go to Greenleaf Motivation on IG, Greenleaf Motivation Inc., and drop in your kids. if you got a young entrepreneur that you want to see blossom, or you know that is blossoming, that have a full-blown business, drop them so that I can be nosy and follow them. And then I go in and I say, hey, guess what? Greenleaf Motivation want to honor you for all the great things that you're doing within your business to help make your community a great and safe space. You know, these young kids that are starting businesses, they help in so many ways to keep the violence down. And they are so overshadowed. So the way that I see a promotion on violence prevention is pouring into our youth. And so when our youth is building businesses and they're using their creative thinking, it's like, hey, let's pour into that. I want to see that flourish. And if I'm the first person to put $1 into your business, then hey, you got a full business, I'm welcoming it. With that being said, I have a Thrive workbook.
Show us the book.
It's a Thrive workbook. So this is a hard copy, but we also have a digital copy that is on our webpage to greenleafmotivation.org. Yep, they can go and they can purchase that. I'm looking for sponsorships with that. So if anybody want to make donations, you can make donations. If you need the book to help pull out your own creative thinking, purchase it. It is a dope outline to help you start your business. It's such a dope outline. I don't want to give you all the things, but
look, because
and the online piece of it is, you take your time, you fill it out. But whoever purchased the book, honestly, I'm willing to go through it with you for free. You get my time for free. We just set up a calendar, a day on the calendar until you're finished. I'm willing to give my time for free, but purchase the book because the money helps to support the organization. Donations help to support the organization. If you want to buy a bulk of them so that you can help support other young people, please do so. The goal is to make sure that we're putting our creative thinking on paper and making it come to life. That's right. That part. But I love my Young Entrepreneur Gym Shoe Gala. It gives me a chance to follow young people and be nosy and see all the great things that they're doing, and then shine the light on them and make their family and friends come out to support what it is we know they're trying to do positive. So
Oh, I love that. Please let us know how we can get involved, closer to the next one. Or just let everybody know that we support around here. So we're here for you 100%.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Of course. Now, Raynetta, I would imagine that having Greenleaf and just with everything that you do, that could be kind of taxing because you do a lot of pouring, right? Mm-hmm. So how does Raynetta kind of stay grounded within that, as far as you giving and doing so many things within the community? How do you kind of get your zen so that you
come home? I'll be like, give me a cocktail. No. So I work a regular job. My organization is my organization that is separate from my life on how it is I live and take care of me. So I work a regular job. I am into healthcare. I've been doing healthcare for 25 plus years. So I'm a nurturer by heart, And so I keep myself busy because I work all the time. So, and when I'm not working, I'm still working because I'm drawing out things that I want to do and see with my organization. And then I'm always partnering with other people, to help stay grounded on what it is they might be doing in a season that I'm not. I pretty much, I think my fall season is my season where I am hustling for my organization, I would say. I am looking for my sponsors. I am applying for my grants. And I'm trying to put these fundings together so that I can put on my show for the summer.
Okay.
Right. And then my summer comes into the ending of the year where I'm coming into the holidays for the winter. So I'm trying to do my give backs on whether I'm doing warm winter welcoming, which I'm taking in donations for that. Whereas I'm getting hats, scarves, just different things to help people get prepared for the winter that might not be able to do those things like for themselves, as giveaways. And then of course we have the Christmas toy drive that's coming up. And so we're getting ready for that. I've been taking in those. Like this year, I've decided that I wanted to partner with several different organizations where we come together in one big location versus last year. I was like swamped and overwhelmed with so many toys. I was going to everybody's function, bringing big black garbage bags full
toys
of
and coats.
Telling people to come to my house. You got kids. You need gifts and toys, and come to my house and come shopping so I could get this stuff out of my living room. I couldn't walk through my living room. I was like, oh my God, thank you, Lord, for the overpour, So we're just trying to do something different this year where we want to just have everybody in one room and invite everybody from different communities to come out and enjoy and have a safe holiday and just try to bless people, as many as we can, with whatever it is we receive. So we're taking in donations for that as well. So
well, it sounds like, and I just wanted you to see this comment from Diamond. She said, Greenleaf motivation is amazing. Both of my girls have been honored by the organization.
Hey, Diamond.
Yes. And, you talk about mentorship, and I know that that's really a big component for Greenleaf motivation. So it's as far as your focus with the youth, can we just kind of talk about that a little bit further as far as how people can kind of join forces with you to continue, to help the youth? Because you spoke that they're our next generation, right? So we got to get it together. But can you talk a little bit about how supporters can help you as far as with mentoring them?
So if you have a business and you want to join in partnership, so let's say, for instance, this year, right now, I have two people in mind right now. One is a photographer. So if you are a seasoned photographer and would like to take this young man in, this individual, I'm sorry, I'm giving out the tea. So if you would like to take in, and so if you have I guess I'm going to say I want seasonal individuals that's been in the game doing this longer than these younger individuals, and kind of take them in under their wings a little bit. It doesn't have to be for long, whether it's for a week or 2 weeks, to show them the ropes on how it is you do and how it is you built your clientele, so that they can piggyback up, because that's how we learn. It's already been created. You're a blueprint. Blueprint has already been created. All someone has to do is learn to mimic what it is you do and be great at it, add their own touches and bless it. That's how the world works. That's how businesses work. Nobody has created anything fabulous outside of the norm that somebody else hasn't experienced already. So just learn the blueprint of what it is somebody successfully has done. So if you're a business owner that is seasoned and you're looking to partner, and somebody that is young and coming and is getting involved, you can get involved with me and invite them and show me them so that I can honor them, and you can grab them and partner with them. Come up under my wing and connect with me to help me make these kids great in everything that they're doing.
That's right. Come on now, look, we putting some calls of action out, and I really want to. We spoke about it earlier, and I told you we were going to talk about this. But, when we think about just doing work within a community, or just different things that, come up with different nonprofit organizations, are there any misconceptions about doing the community work that you do that, you just like to kind of comment on?
It is. You know what? I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you an experience that I've experienced on my own. It was kind of hurtful. And it happened on 2 occasions. And so I had to nip it in the bud real fast. But
talk about it.
People sometimes feel like things that you do is for show all the time. And it's for self-gain. And so with my organization, there's nothing that I have done with my organization to say it was self-gain other than my name. Outside of that, all my funds that I've ever received, I've always given it back into the community, into what it is I said I was utilizing it for. I am not a wealthy organization, Lord. I'm speaking that wealth come into the organization so that I can learn to pay myself through my organization, but I do not. My organization be at $0 by the end of the year. Let's regroup. We take in enough to do what it is we need to do. And I'm trying to grow out of that aspect. But I told you that I wanted to share some scenarios that had happened. And so I had a young woman who had lost her daughter, and she lost her daughter due to gun violence. And so, she had kind of reached out to me, and I was like, how do I help her? What do I do? It was so close to home. Like, she's a good friend of mine. Yeah. And so I held a charity race. I held a 5K. Okay. We ran through the community. We did a run through the community where we ran through a certain amount, but it happened a minute ago. I don't want to get it wrong, but it kind of hurt my feelings because I kind of felt like she felt like I was raising money for my organization versus for her. And all the money that I raised, I gave to her. Right. And it wasn't a whole lot of money because a whole lot of people did not, really support it. We were running through the hood. It was something I had never done before. But what it was that I had, I gave. And I was just like, I was salty because I was just like, dang, I went through a lot to do this. And this was how you felt about it. And I don't know why. And I didn't even ask any questions about it because I didn't even want to feed into it too much. I also had a friend of mine that had passed away, and it was with school. It was with my school. He was a school alumni. And so he passed away, and I was like, we needed to raise money for him. And so for me, I know that my class, we already have a bank, that we pour into for our school. That's right. I threw it out there like, hey, we're raising money. Like, and everybody know, like, Raynetta be raising money because she be doing this, that, and the other. But I never said that I'm raising money for my organization, but I'm the face, I'm the voice. And people see me, they hear me, they point to me because they do trust me. And so we raised about $10,000 that was given to the family. And that money didn't come to me. I didn't touch a dime. I didn't have a dime sent to me. I didn't have a dime sent to my organization. I was just like, at heart, like, I know I can help raise money. People believe in me. They hear me. They trust me. And so it was one of the greedy families, and it was one of the baby mamas that tried to throw out a big negative because we didn't personally give her the funds. Well, he had more than one kid. Yeah. So I put the funds, I had the funds put into the person I thought was the safest person and the more reliable person to make sure the money was distributed and spent properly, whether it was given all to these kids and the family or utilized for his service, whatever it was. I made sure that we gave the money to his brother. Yeah. Now, what happened after that, I really don't know. But I believe that everything that he said he was going to do, he did. And so, somebody tried to and I was just like, come on, I don't do that. If you want to check my books, I could show you. We start, we raise, and we spend, and we get rid of, and we do all over again for the next year. But I'm trying so hard to elevate myself. To learn how to write my own grants. So I'm practicing that. And I'm applying for these grants on my own, so that I don't have to ask the community so much for funds to help do what it is I'm doing, but I'm receiving enough grants to do what it is I want to do throughout the year. And whatever it is they choose to do is a bonus. So that's right. I don't want to be a broke organization. I don't want to not have any funds to roll over. I want to roll over and be like, no, it's money there all the time. That's right. We can continue to stay active and do things, and I don't have to hustle so hard because I hustle real hard, and I became really good at it. And I appreciate the support and the love.
100%.
Keep it coming, but I want to grow up.
Yeah.
I want to blow up.
We all go to a place where, we know that it's time to scale up and to take things to the next level. I literally was just telling one of my business partners today, I'm like, I'm ready to just kick things up a few notches. Like I'm like, this year been good to us, but what can we do to make it better? So I love that. I love that. And I do want to know, I mean, you shared a few things that, as far as just some of your plans of where you want to take the business. But before you leave me tonight, can you just kind of share is there any ways or anything that's coming up right now before the end of the year of how they can kind of pour into the organization now? Because I know you shared a few things, but just give them like some target stuff so that we know how to support.
So we have a warm winter welcome where we're taking in scarves, hats, gloves, things of that nature to get people ready for the winter. And we also have our Thrive workbook. So the Thrive workbook is available. We want people to buy that, to pour into that so that we're making money to raise funds so that it's rolling over into the next year. And we're getting ready for our Christmas toy drive. So we're getting ready right now. We're finding people that want to help sponsor the event, people that want to join course and stand with us and help support the event and be a part of it. All of those things. So they can go to Greenleaf, motivationinc.org. That's our webpage where they can read up on us or whatever and find out about Thrive. And they can follow us on IG, Greenleaf Motivation Inc. And they can DM me and contact me about the toy drive and our warm winter welcome. So those are my top 3 that's ending out our year.
I love it. I love it. Well, Raynetta, look, this was our chat was definitely worth the wait tonight.
Yeah.
Get together.
I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna ask me all type of. I was like, no, I love it.
I'm like, girl, we gonna talk. We talk about you. So I'm so just happy that you were able to join me and just looking forward to continuing to support you with all of the things that you've got going on and how you support the community. We really want to make sure that we're helping to make that impact too, because it takes community. We have to do it together.
We do. It takes a whole village.
100%. 100%. Well, before you leave, let them know where they can follow you one more time for those that might have
missed. Go to Greenleaf Motivation Inc. on Facebook and IG, and also go look at our webpage. Check us out at some of the great things that we have done and that we've been doing. Read a little bit about us and want to join force. If you need an organization that you need that you want to pour into, or just have that organization on hand, like this is the organization I help to support, read up on us. We would love to have you as a sponsor, as a donor, and we look forward to the support. So greenleafmotivation.org. Check us out, read a little bit, learn about me, follow me, Greenleaf Motivation Inc.
They can't forget to follow you. It's like you the one in charge. Okay, they got to follow you. But Raynetta, that you have my support. And again, thank you so much for joining me on tonight's show. Like I appreciate just hearing more. Of course,
this was really dope. Yeah.
You all are. But yes, no, look, now make sure you come back and see me. Don't make this the last time.
No, we got to come back.
You got to come back. You got to come back. Well, look.
I got to get my ticket to that lit brunch.
You come. Look, it's next week, okay? Show up. You want to be in the building. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a real good time. Well, I will talk to you soon, okay?
All right, bye.
Bye. Bye. I told y'all, look, hold on. And then my next 2 guests, hold on, they in the virtual backstage right now. We on fire, understand. Now, look, I have to take a really quick break, but I'm going to leave Raynetta's information at the bottom for those that might have just been coming in on the tail end of her interview. Again, you all want to make sure that you're following her and following Greenleaf Motivation Inc. Support if you can. If you got some extra hats, gloves, scarves, bring it out. Look, it's cold. It's going to get cold out here. It's hot right now. Some don't want to leave. If you in the Chicagoland area, I know somebody feel me out here, but it's going to get cold. And when it does, we want to make sure that we're doing our part to keep the city warm. I have to take a quick break, but when we come back, I think that my guests are ready to come on. I don't want to hold them up because it's Friday Eve, y'all. It's Friday Eve, so we got to get to it. We'll be right back after this break.
Chicago, get ready for the Link to Lit brunch, the fall edition. On Saturday, October 11th, get ready to step into a space with good food, crafted cocktails, amazing vendors, and where powerful conversations are taking place. This ain't just your average brunch. It's an experience and a chance to connect with other like-minded individuals. So I hope you'll join me. The link is in my bio. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you could treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Now, look, I got to get things queued up for my next guest, okay? But I'm going to remind you all one more time. This is actually going to happen about 8 more times throughout tonight's broadcast. But the Link to Lit brunch is happening October 11th. Make sure that you get your tickets. Y'all, I had 20 and now it's 19. Get in the room. That's all I can say. I want you to be there. And I'm only going to call it out. When y'all see the pictures and videos, don't be like, Michi, I didn't hear it. Yes, you did. Let me look that record. Yes, you did. Okay, so now my next 2 guests that are coming up, let's go ahead and I want to get this ready. Okay, now we have, I told y'all it's not 1 but 2. This camera keep moving. Girl, come back. Okay, but look, I have a returning guest. Now you all remember Angel Lofton joined us not too long ago. It was just on the show. She was, but she's back today with my other guest, Shaunté Brewer. Oh my goodness, y'all. These 2 ladies, let me tell you all about this. Angel told me about this new project that she's working on. She's like, I'm gonna send you the stuff. Sis, I still need to see the rest of it. However, I saw enough where I am really, really excited to talk to you all about what they're coming together. This is a collaboration. Y'all know we love collaborations over here, but this is for the More Able project. And then when I bring them on here, we're gonna delve a little bit more into it because I want you all to hear about this particular project from them. Both Angel and Shaunté, look, like everyone that tunes into the show, we've all been through some things, okay? And I'm very firm on, I want them to come on and to tell their stories, but y'all, I got to give y'all the intro because their stories are profound. This project is definitely something that you want to have your eyes out for. And if I'm not mistaken, Angel, you're going to correct me when you come on, but there's still opportunities for you all to share your story too, okay? With the magazine, with everything that they have going on. So tonight, I don't even want to delay. I want to bring on my 2 special guests tonight, Angel Lofton and Shaunté Brewer. Y'all ready? Can I get a quick thumbs up if you're ready? Okay, we ready to go. Let's bring them to the stage right now. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hold on, look, I gotta get everything set up so that they know to follow you all. Hold on. I'm getting it together right now. Hold on. We got it going here. How y'all doing tonight?
Fabulous now, because it seems like you got all the good people on your show, girl.
My whole thing is I love it. This was just a woman packed show, and y'all know we bring the energy every time, so I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So look, now Shaunté, I know that you are new here. That they met Angel just a couple of weeks ago. So can you just share a little bit? I think we can kind of start with Shaunté. Let's talk about your story and get into the More Able project.
Okay, so look, I'll give you that aspect of my story. So I always have to say, I thank God I don't look like what I've been through. So I am a congestive heart failure survivor of 21 years. Yes, I contracted congestive heart failure at the age of 13 from an airborne virus that attacked my body, and opposed to my immune system, working double time to throw it off, it attacked my heart muscle. And within 2 months, my heart enlarged, and it was on both sides of my chest. So it came literally out of nowhere. And the doctors, I have heard, you're not going to make it through high school. You're never going to be able to do this. You're never going to be able to do that. To God be the glory. 21 years, I lived life fully. I done traveled the world, done all the things, graduated from college. Yes, when I walked across the stage, I had a pick line, but I still walked across that stage.
Look, you did it. Okay, that's all that matters.
Because look, I almost didn't make it, because one of those near-death experiences where I actually coded and they had to bring me back was right before college graduation. Nonetheless, what happened is shortly after, the COVID thing, I caught COVID on the tail end, and that was my old heart's last stands. And in February of 2023, after waiting 4 days, that's a miracle in itself, only 4 days waiting for a heart, I got a heart transplant. And I bounced back, I recovered, and now I'm out here just, first off, giving God praise, sharing my story wherever I can, letting my light shine. And of course, it was only right for me to hook up with my sis, because when she told me about this project, I was like, oh, baby, right here, you already know.
Yes. And of course, Angel, look, give them a little bit of a refresher, because some people that's tuning in tonight, they probably didn't get a chance, but just tell them a little bit about your story before we hop into the project tonight.
Hey, cool. I am a designer, a food creative, a photographer with my husband. We've had a business for 12 years, SDL Photography. And he's the main photographer. See, I just started shooting, but my husband has an amazing eye and also has a disability and has an immense great story himself of like just getting through life since birth and still doing his purpose, which is mostly photography, and now this wonderful project that we are doing. And I'm a minister. Last time I was on here for my ministry and when I was doing an event. I just am a child of God, and so I'm doing all that he's putting me to do to be an impact to the world.
Absolutely. Well, look, welcome back, and Shaunté, welcome to the Blueprint Live. Now, this ain't gonna be your last time, because you got to come back too. We coming back,
right? I feel all the energy. I'm like, this the place to be right here.
100%. We like to have fun on Thursdays. We like to have a little bit of fun, but really, I've been excited to talk to you all, because when Angel, you've been giving me this project in snippets. So when I finally got everything, I was just like this. I was like, oh my goodness, girl, like I got like 3 people I want to send over to you for real. We'll talk about that off air. But can you just share a little bit about the More Able project and just some of the people that's involved? Girl, give us the tea. What's going on?
Okay. So it is called the Able Project first, but it is going to be the More Able project, and the book title is going to be released later, because I still want to leave mystery to that. But it is a project that was started from my husband, Shannon. Shout out to him. He could not be on the interview tonight, but he is
here.
Money otherwise. But he has a disability called cerebral palsy, and he has had it since he was born. It causes his left side of his body, I believe I'm saying this right, not to work properly, all the way from his brain all the way down to his foot. And he's had that since he was born. It causes also seizures. So he has to take medicine every day so he would not have a seizure. Now, he was told he would not be able to do anything, that he would have to also maybe not live on his own and be independent. But he has went past what the doctors have said. And our scripture with this project is that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, which means you can do anything despite your difference. And so Shannon had a difference and wanted to tell his story, but he didn't stop right there. He said, God really said, I need you to not only tell your story, but highlight others and their difference, because their difference, as one of the participants has said, makes a difference. And we want to make a difference by telling each one of these amazing individuals that's a part of this project, and it's women, men, and children a part of this project, white, black, and other races. And we're just excited about the fact of the disability community really getting into it like we have. And we went to a conference and we went to a disability walk, which I didn't know they had downtown, but shout out to the mayor for always doing that for the last 20 something years. And we were just inundated with just how Shannon had never really been a part of that community, and how this is making an impact already with all the people we're connecting with that we've taken great pictures of, and in creative ways, and telling what their difference is and how they're still doing some amazing things despite.
That's right. That's right. Oh my goodness. I mean, and it's powerful. I actually, you know, it's although I don't have like one myself, I feel like I want to I'm gonna get with you because I want to tell my story too. You know, like we all just kind of have some things that Angel, you know, but you know, I wanted to ask you all about just like the transparency aspect of just really sharing the story. Was that something that was really hard when you're like, I'm gonna put this out to the world, what I've been going through, maybe privately?
So I'm gonna say first, answering from my husband, it was definitely hard. I think definitely he didn't feel he had a story. And shout out to his mentor, Eric Robinson, another great photographer, told him constantly, tell your story. It matters. Tell your story. And I've never seen a photographer like you that shoots with one hand and able to just hold a heavy camera, and his camera is heavy. A lot of the cameras are heavy, but he's able to hold it, do a wedding, do events, do different things, and he does it well despite disability. So it was definitely hard for him. I think my brother Eric encouraged him. I encouraged him. Naya encouraged him. Shout out, she'll be at my house in just a second, but she's our business coach. And this was like the year before last, we were supposed to do this and kind of actually had a book out now, but imposter syndrome, somebody say that in the comments. It happens, you know, you start to like you can't do what God told you to do, or you can't put out what God told you should share and put out. And so now Shannon has seen such an impact from just being transparent. Even one of the young people that's a part of it, he's a young man named RJ, shout out to him. He is a part because his mother seen my husband at his school he works at right now, Crest High School, and they seen him doing security, and they was just looking like, how is this man with one hand working doing security? And like they were just blown away by that. And so they had to stop and talk to Shannon. And as they talked to him, of course, Shannon mentioned the project, and then we end up shooting him. And him and Shannon have the same disability, actually. So it's like the family seeing where their child is going to be in some years, because they couldn't see how he could even survive or make it or drive or anything or have a wife. Now they see that through Shannon, he can do it.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, okay, so I know that we've been talking about the project, but as far as like just the kind of like the birth of it, when was that moment where it was like, we're doing this, we're moving forward now, like we're going to get everybody together? Like, when was that moment? Talk to me.
It was July 2024. And I got to shout Naya out again. She's a great business coach, and I want her to start promoting being a business coach. She's amazing. She very much helped us form our mission, form the flyer, form everything. And for that, I'm just so grateful to her, because sometimes you got to have people push you. A life coach and all those things are very helpful. So that was the time. Now it got delayed because of some different things, and then we was in a car accident and all kind of things. So it's like things keep trying to stop what's going on, but you know, we're still pushing forward, and we now have new dates for the book to get published and for it to be in a pre-sale, but we still gonna, you know, make it a reality and accomplish it.
Absolutely. Oh, y'all got me excited tonight. Y'all got me excited. Now, Shaunté, I want to ask you, because, you know, since the things have happened as far as with you, you have just made it a mission to really uplift and inspire others, right? Like,
yes.
That's your way. How do you kind of stay in that aura to continue to pump everybody else up? Because that's something I always want to know for people, that they shine their light everywhere, right? How do you do that?
one way that I do it is like, the reality of it is, the part that no one wants to talk about. When you go through these traumatic experiences, baby, you got PTSD. And it's moments where you will think back and, I just give God all the praise for my foundation. And my foundation obviously is in God, but also them two parents that he gave me, he did his big one when he did that one. Because they just taught me. My dad would always say mind over matter. And one thing I can say is when I have those moments, I remember what it feels like. And that's why I'm grateful that I'll have those sad moments of thinking back at the story. I remember what it feels like. And then in that moment, that's when I know somebody needs to be reminded that it gets better, because I realize not everybody has that same foundation, the same teaching. And another way that I just stay motivated with it, with me being an educator, I'm always trying to find ways to make sure that the next generation, I always tell them, whatever I accomplish, I want you to do 10 times better. I want you to do 10 times more. Every generation is supposed to get better. But in addition to that, I thank God for, I call them my heart brothers and sisters, because at Advocate Christ Hospital, and Shannon know about Advocate as well as Angel, like we're actually like a family. And what happens is when we hear that there's someone who maybe had an LVAD or dealing with heart failure, that they're in the hospital waiting for a heart, we'll literally go out to the hospital room and speak to them. And it's in that moment, you do kind of have those flashback moments, but it was one thing that I shared with Brother Lavelle. He's in there right now. Hopefully he's watching. If he's not, and y'all probably know about Lavelle because he's a famous Chicago Steppers DJ that he's waiting for his heart right now. So we sending prayers to him. But I always tell people, I said, I get it, that it's tough. And I get it, some days you want to give up. But I want this, to put this on your mind. If you gave up, what does that change? Because it's not like if you just sit there and say, God, you know what? I'm tired. I'm done. Baby, you still got breath in your lungs. Like, so you either going to deal with it and think about, okay, it's not always going to be like this. This too shall pass. Let me focus on the next milestone. Or you're going to sit there, grumble and say, I'm not going to do this. You're not going to do PT. You're never going to get better. And you're actually extending your pain. Because at that point in time, you got to think about the character of God. If God had all these great plans for you and you just like, I gave up. Oh, he like, I don't know how you think this work, but you going to complete this purpose now. Like, it's just you taking a long way around. You taking the 40 years wandering in the desert way. But you still
need you to.
Yeah. Right. So that's what I do, that I just always, in those moments, and I thank God every time I have those, those sad moments, because they come. But those sad moments are actually what motivates me. Looking into the faces of children is what motivates me. And then I'm also like, I got chickens as well as a pit bull. So, I have my children. So I'm like, I gotta be here for my babies and all my babies and
my babies need me.
Yes, like, and literally, I was telling the doctors when they kept saying, we don't want to send you home. I kept telling, I need to be home. I need to be by my plant. I need to be by my dog. I need to be by my chickens. And they laughed at me and they told me, they said, I'm gonna make you a deal. We're gonna let you go home. And tomorrow you have to come back with blood work. And if the blood work is not right, you instantly check in the hospital. We don't want to hear no more nothing. I came home and I was only home for maybe 10 hours max. I heard my dog, looked at my chickens, and watered my plants and everything, came back, blood work better. Boom, I ain't got to be in the hospital. Like that. Call me that.
It's a miracle. I love that. So look, sometimes all you need is home and just like your place to just rest and kind of come back to yourself, and it will really rejuvenate you. It will.
Yes.
It will. It will. I'll say this. I have gone through some things, and everyone that listens to the show, I've kind of shared some of those struggles and everything. But with you all kind of putting your story out there as far as with this project, what do you want people that are gonna, look at the photography and just all the efforts that come from it? What do you want them to take away, whether if they have a disability or not? What can they walk away from this experience with?
They can walk away with resilience, power, Also knowing, like having an example, seeing someone that looks like them. Like our second wave of people we're about to start shooting, one has dwarfism. We don't we see it sometimes in media, dwarfism now, because they have different TV shows, reality shows for those who have that specific piece going on. And then alopecia. I think about all the different differences that you could talk about. And that's why I said this project is open to all of that, including psychiatric. If you're bipolar, which I'm not bipolar, my niece is, but she is going to be a part of the project soon as well. But I have severe depression and anxiety. So we're putting a face to that. And I love the fact that there's so many types of differences, just like differences of otherwise, our color, our skin tone and everything, our class and all that is a difference. But we really want people difference to like make a difference and not just be something that makes them feel odd or peculiar or out of place, but two, that they also should know they can still do and have a full life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, please. Look, I'll raise my hand. And I can say, I think for me, the project is showing and reminding us that even though you're going through what you don't wear what you are. Right. Or what you have. So perfect example, like I'm used to, if I tell somebody my story, they're like, oh my goodness, I would have never known. But here in this project, I've known Angel for years. And when I read her page, I'm like, wait, not Miss Cherry. I've known her for all these years. Like we literally been known each other for over a decade. And I'm like, and it just reminds you, you never know what somebody is dealing with. All you know is how they show up. But that in and of itself is a testament to their faith. Like Angel said, the resilience, all of the things, but just to remind yourself that, like, because sometimes we think that our differences, in our mind, it's a spotlight on them. Like, they can tell. Yeah, like even with my scar, like I remember that when I first came home, you would have never caught me in a V-neck. And now I'm just like, if you see my scar, you see it. It's my battle wound. Like, it is what it is. But I've even noticed that oftentimes, even when I do wear a V-neck, people don't even notice it. Like I'm the one who brings it to attention. So it's that good reminder for us to kind of like get over yourself. Yeah, you can do all of the things, so go for it.
That's right. Immediately. Oh my goodness. You all are on fire. So look, we, earlier when I was talking with Raynetta, we were talking a little bit about like just different misconceptions about just having a disability or a chronic illness, just mental health, all of the things we talked about tonight. Do you all kind of like care to share or just kind of debunk anything as far as within that community too? Just from your perspective in doing the project.
I'm going to say something, Dr. Nina Addison, who has club hands. She says every time someone sees her, they think she needs assistance. She said to me, Angel, I don't want people to see me and think I can't do for myself. I can do so much. I drive with my hands. And if you don't know what club hands are, I don't want to even describe because I might describe it wrong. And shout out to her. She's on her birthday vacation right now. But yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, she on her birthday vacation. This woman lives a full life. Like she's amazing. Has several children, does a homeschooling. And like I said, when it comes to a person that has a difference, they can really do more than the limitations that they think they can't. Yes, they do want things to be accessible and for certain things, you to think of, but sometimes like our etiquette with those who have a difference maybe needs to change, or not staring at them or not making them. And then when it's invisible, like a psychiatric or like what she mentioned with her heart, it's like sometimes people don't even think, oh, why she got the handicap sticker or this thing? She don't need it. What disability she got? But that's insensitive because it's invisible ones. It's ones we don't see. It's stuff we're going through that is a difference as well. I didn't even know what I went through was a disability. It doesn't feel like a disability, but I guess it is because I was in the bed, even though she said she didn't know I was down or depressed and in the dumps, but I was in a bed one year where I couldn't really get up. So it was just like, it was so bad, like to that point.
Yeah. And even I'll be honest, and Shaunté, you said it just now, but when I even read Angel's portion as far as what she had going on, Angel, I never would have imagined, I read it and I was like, wait a minute, what? I'm like, is this what she used to deal with? This, I had questions because, and you're right, Shaunté, you said it earlier. People only know what you present. Mm-hmm. They don't know what silent battles that you walk around with. So I'm kind of glad that you all are sharing this and really putting eyes on things that I feel like they're not taboo, but they're just not talked about enough.
Exactly.
And my sister, who is going to be helping us with another tier to this project, but I can't talk about it right now. But she's us to represent this community in TV and media in another way. And we're really excited about that because you don't see this community represented sometimes in the right way or enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even to that one thing, and I know this is very, very specific to my situation, but I would love for it to be debunked that first off, people think that you have to be, seasoned in age in order to have a heart condition. In addition to, oh, if you had it young, you must have been doing something wrong. You must have been eating horribly and things of that nature. Like there are so many different things that unfortunately many, or I should say the mass, are not privy to understanding how, even perfect example, our oral health. People think that a nice smile is just about a nice smile and looking pretty. Like your oral health is literally connected to your heart health, your liver health, and even the health of your brain. So it's like, I would love to debunk people assuming instantly that like, oh, you must have bad genes if you get a heart problem early, because not all heart conditions are congenital. Not everything you were born with. And just like with me, it's an airborne virus. Like, so just like how COVID comes in and attacks your lungs and things of that nature, like it's the same difference. But I have had to explain to so many people before. And then the idea that I was slim too. They think that everyone that has a heart problem, oh, you got you're overweight. And it's just like, no, baby, like you could be a bodybuilder and still have a heart condition. Like there's no look to heart failure. And and if I could, while debunking the look and the age perception of heart failure, to just tell people to take their heart health seriously. Because one thing that I am noticing, there's an increase in younger people having heart failure. But yeah, when you start looking at, and I know, yes, we can talk about the environmental things. I know some people, want to put it on propaganda of the vaccine, but I was noticing an incline in these heart failure numbers way before the vaccine even hit. So for us to be mindful of our health, we're in such a hustle, grind culture that we need to remember rest is important. To take a moment and like think about your nervous system, think about your heart, think about your mind. And I can admit, I was always so heart focused, doing the thing that I had to deal with and focus on it at an early age, that now having the neuropathy, I was not considering all of this stuff is not good for your nervous system.
Yeah.
And it's like now when I get that leg pain, when I get that neuropathy pain, now I'm about to sit down. Church things go up
like we're done here. We gotta, whatever is going on, I'm wrapping it up. I'm done. 100%. So I want to know from you all, as far as outside of the book and just the different things that are coming out with this project. I mean, are you all going to have like community meetups? Like, what? I know that this is going some different places that you can share.
Right.
What can we look out for surrounding the project as well, and how can we support you all?
So, in December, we're going to announce some things for pre-sales for the book. And then in February, the book will fully be published, and we will have a huge celebration for the public and celebrate Shannon's birthday, because it will come out before his birthday. So it's
my heart anniversary.
Him. Anniversary. I'll see with where we shifted these things. So because at first we got a different date, so now we've shifted it to February, around February 21st, and so we just talked with the venue for that. So we're excited about that. But also, yes, we're going to talk with Shaunté about some things with the different hospitals. Even we shot at La Vida Children's Hospital last week with another participant named Lyric Porter. So we definitely want to work with the hospitals, work with the Black-owned bookstores. I got a few in mind and got some connections with those. We definitely want to go to some colleges and just go actually do a whole book tour that I have like written out with different cities. So after the book comes out, we're going to be touring. We're going to be launching some merchandise and some other products that are going to really take this movement even further.
Absolutely. I'm just look at what God can do.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and I know that this going places. This particular project, when you told me about it, and just when I learned a little bit more, is very unique, and it has the ability to touch people all over the world because it's, you know, I mean, like my dad, and he doesn't mind sharing. He may even be on this live. My dad has MS. You know, I found out that I had a chronic illness 2 years ago, and just like a lot of things didn't make sense. You know, it's so many of our stories, and the fact that you all are putting this together, like I need y'all to know for real, y'all have my support. But we want to help it just continue to keep going further because, you know, people, they need to share their stories. We need to hear about it. We really do. We really do.
More and more people, we figured that there will be more than one book published and several different types of books, because not only are those going through differences and stories need to be told, also the caregivers' story needs to be told. And we have a few caregivers already apart that are willing to tell their story and inspire other parents and other aunts and grandparents that have been taking care too of the differences.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look, I'm getting like goosebumps because y'all know, look, the scaling up is already it's already in progress. It's already in progress. Already. Now look, in light of that, I want you all to, if you can, before y'all leave, to just maybe leave us with a word, you know, between both of you all, as far as for someone that they may have a difference, right? They may not have anybody to talk to or a way to kind of get it out. What would you say to them?
Allow your pain to be a part of your purpose. Like there's a reason why God chose you. You are different, but think about it. When you were born with purpose. Out of all the people on this earth, it's billions of people. Literally, God took time to say, I specifically need a you here on this earth. So it's all going to work out. It's all going to get better. No matter if you look different, you feel different, whatever, you're going to figure it out and it's going to get better. You're going to get to that point where you're going to embrace and love yourself.
Oh, girl. I'm touched. That was, girl.
I remember the days when I used to literally be like, God, why? And I don't understand. I don't do this. I don't do that. I see other people doing X, Y, Z. I see other people not caring. Why me? Why I gotta have the news and everything? But now I realize all of that was for a purpose. All of that was preparing me. Or as my heart brother Roland would say, it was God ushering me into another aspect of my purpose that was specifically for such a time as this.
Girl, I'm shooken. I think God needed me to hear that today. I kid you not, Shaunté. I'm in the midst of right now. Like I said, I shared my story of having stage 4 endometriosis with infertility, everything, and that just touched me because I'm trying to build the community that I felt like I needed within that time. You know, and still need. It's still a need, right? And that was powerful. I'm touched.
Look, the word say where 2 or 3 is gathered in his name. He in the midst. So thank you, Lord.
Angel, can you give us a word? I already know you over there. You growing up. Give us a word tonight. Leave us with a word before y'all leave.
She said it's so great. I'm gonna just say this: it's churchy and it's pastorly, but it's right. You fearfully and wonderfully made. God knew you before you were in your mother's womb. And
Amen.
that he knew what he made was good.
Yes.
So every good and bad thing that happens in your life, it happens for a reason, and you just can't see it now. But your life and your trials and tribulations are attached to other people, and even like we're doing now, we're going to bless lives. And from this, many are going to start to do things where they thought they couldn't do things, and that's what God desires. He desires for us to uplift one another and be there for each and everybody, because we need each other to survive.
That's right.
Man.
Oh my goodness. Y'all, I
feel like the organ need to be playing right now. Like who's three organ real quick.
The collection play in the comments for my two good sisters right now. Okay. Angel and Shaunté, that's the plate. Okay. I need y'all to do it right now.
We need y'all to follow us on social media. That's what y'all have to do. SDL Photography LLC on SDL Photography on Facebook, so you can stay up to date. We also need more participants, and then we need you guys to get the book when it comes out.
And we're here, and you look, you keep me posted on the dates. I'm coming out to support. Look, we're gonna get some press going and do whatever we need to do. I want my dad to come. We want to come. We want to support you all. This is an amazing thing that y'all are doing. And look, even for all of my media friends that are tuning in too, this is a story that you need to highlight. So I'm putting a call out to my media friends. So if you guys get some reach outs from them, please go and tell the story there too, because we want as many people, as many eyes and ears as we can on this particular initiative. And look, y'all let me know what I can do. And please, for my people that are tuning in for the Blueprint Live, y'all support this 100%.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all coming on with me tonight. Don't be a stranger now. Come back when the release. We gotta talk about it.
Right.
Oh.
Absolutely. Well, she's gonna have a gang of us then. That's
Look, there's gonna be 15 people on here. It's gonna be just little hands everywhere. And
and then we're gonna have to, if you want to speak, raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Drop a little heart. And we are calling just the elevation of everything, because it's already there. But y'all, I'm telling you, this has the ability. It's gonna be worldwide. It already is, because so many people can relate. So I'm proud of y'all. My heart is full tonight.
I'm proud of you. I know Shaunté doesn't know this, but you have a talk show now, radio show. Got your event coming up. You're doing major things, and you are a major woman. And I just want you to always know you are such an inspiration. So thank you so much for having us on for the second time.
Yes. Yeah, and there will be a third. No, I appreciate you, and just even wanting to come on the platform. We've come a long way. There was points where I could not get guests like that, and now we are telling stories like this. So it's totally full circle for me, and I thank you all for coming on and just even supporting me. I love y'all for sure.
Thank you, and keep on letting your light shine, doing all of the things with this talk show, radio, and podcast. Come on now. Don't tell me God didn't give you no personality and no charisma.
Look, I used to get on my report card. She talked too much, and I mean, I'm doing it for a living. So I said, well, I'm walking in my destiny.
Exactly. You were being prepared.
Absolutely, it was practice. Okay,
right.
It was practice. But no, I
Wendy Williams on the playground. They just didn't know it yet.
Look, girl, I got the microphone right here. Hello. Okay, let's do it. Well, look, before you all leave us, let them know one more time where they can follow you, just before we dismiss tonight.
Right.
I want Shaunté to get first, because she's got some great things coming up as well.
Yes.
What? You holding back, Shaunté? What's going on?
I mean, I was like, this is all about the Able Project. I know how to play my role. But yes, people can follow me on Instagram at Miss Live Learn Love, or Shy Farmer Bay. So Shy like Chicago, Farmer Bay, the same thing. Yeah, because I turned my whole backyard into a mini farm. Same thing on YouTube. And then I'm gonna have to touch base with you offline, because God definitely got me starting a Christian leadership podcast that I'm gonna have the Loftons on as well. So be on the lookout for that. And yes, I am on Facebook just with my name, Shaunté Brewer. Look for a picture of me with locks. If I don't have locks, that's my old college profile page, and you on the wrong
Do
one.
not go to that one.
Right. I don't check that one. I don't know the password. Like, so don't be like, man, she seems so cool, but she ain't acceptable. Baby,
tell them that's the old you. That's the old you. We don't
that's the page for the old heart, and things that are past, and in the former, we got to let it go.
That's right. It's done. It's done. And where they can find you.
So you can find me and Shannon at SDL Photography on Facebook, SDL Photography LLC on Instagram. You can email us at sdlphotography24@gmail. And look, you can follow also, we have a wedding page and we have a portraits page, and right now what they're called, but you can follow us on all of those ways. And if all else fails, you can follow me, Minister Angel Lofton, and you can see everything that's going on, because we have so many things happening with our business and my business and all types of things.
So excited. You ain't even tell them about your show, Angel. What's going on with that?
Oh, wow. You put me on the spot.
I thought we was here promoting ourselves tonight, and I'm just trying to figure out why you leaving off the goods. What's going on?
Hiatus, but actually in 2026, it's going to come back, and I'm excited because I have 2 celebrities been sitting in the waiting room for me to just pick it up and just interview them. So amongst all the other local wonderful individuals, everybody's a celebrity in their own right. I will be starting that back in 2026.
I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Ladies, go, Shaunté, what you got?
I forgot one thing, and I don't know how I forgot my very heart. I have some exciting things coming about with my youth organization, Vision Outreach, which that is on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of the things. Oh, and I forgot I'm also on TikTok too with the Miss Live, Learn, Love, as well as Shy Farmer Bay. But yes, if you have children in the Chicagoland area, and especially young men, I got a special program that is getting ready to launch its pilot program. I'm so excited. I just got the green light today. There is a young leaders program where we're raising up the next generation of godly men. So we stepping it in the gap. Like I already had my ladies of tenacity, so y'all don't think I left the girls out. But I had
this for the guys.
Tenacity. Exactly. Yes. These are for the young boys. And even though it's a little bit of my brainchild, I'm working with a pastor from the west side of Chicago, and it will be men there. I just add my expertise in that education point, and add that woman's touch that only a woman can do. So don't think if you send your boys to me, it's just gonna be a bunch of women talking at them. Now it's enough of that. They're gonna have some men talking to them.
Men. We need men talking to them.
They need examples set in front of them.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, I don't know how I forgot that, but yes, that's Vision Outreach.
That's the thing
right here is amazing. If y'all go to her social medias, you're gonna be entertained, inspired, and you're going to be connected to some great things. I want to leave you with an exclusive, MzMetchi, just for your show. Me and Shannon are going to be starting a 501c3 together. We was going to do a separate, but we're looking into doing it together, and it is going to be something with the project we've been talking about tonight, as well as stuff that I'm doing where I have a prayer brunch coming up, and I've been doing that since the pandemic. But we're going to combine our outreach efforts together to impact the world spiritually and through their differences.
And what Angel forgot to mention was that I'm going to be working the red carpet. I'm joking, but...
I was just saying, no, that's not a joke. Like,
already, no, that's gonna happen.
Delivered. Exactly.
Oh my God. First off, I love the fact that y'all are coming together. There's so much impact when we can come together. I love that. Yes. I got an exclusive. Did y'all hear it? Right. I can't even put this up because I want it to be for the people that really watched it all the way through. We can't just give it all to them. We can't. Y'all got to watch it to get this particular exclusive. But ladies, congratulations. That's amazing news. Amazing.
Oh. Yeah, like the DJ 2 bombs got to be dropped.
So hold on. Do we have some? We got, a round of applause. But ladies, look, y'all done dropped an exclusive at the end. My heart is full tonight. I cannot. I'm gonna float away. But I want to just thank y'all for just taking some time out with me tonight. And please, y'all come back once everything just kind of when it's all out there. Y'all make sure y'all come back and see me.
Will do.
Absolutely. Well, y'all have a good night, okay?
You too. See ya.
Bye. Bye, ladies. I told y'all that tonight was going to be on fire. I mean, what an awesome interview. I mean, y'all, look, I'm keeping the information up. I have to take a really quick break. And when I come back, we're going to close it out we're going to close everything out, but get into our hate it and love it. I'll be right back after this break.
Chicago, get ready for the LinkedIn Lit Brunch, the fall edition. On Saturday, October 11th, get ready to step into a space with good food, crafted cocktails, amazing vendors, and where powerful conversations are taking place. This ain't just your average brunch. It's an experience and a chance to connect with other like-minded individuals. So I hope you'll join me. The link is in my bio.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. Now, hold on. I want to get into some of these comments because I saw y'all. What's up, Meechie? Said, link the lit brunch. Y'all already know it's going down next week. We're about to have a good time. So let's get into the Hate It and Love It. Okay, hold on. Hey, I think Kim G checked in. Kim, where you at? Yes, ma'am. Look, I told you I was bringing y'all some heat tonight. Shannon, thank you so much for tuning in. You all make sure, look, if you are coming to the LinkedIn Lit Brunch, you all will be able to be behind the lenses of the great Shannon Lofton from SDL Photography. So super, super excited to have them be a part of capturing the event and just the full essence of it. I mean, they do great work and just learning more about Shannon's story and Angel's story and Shaunté's story. These are the things that are coming up, y'all. Shout out to Diamond. Okay, Live Long Health is in the building. What's up, Ty? What's going on, girl? Yes, shout out to the Swag Her community that's tuning in. And Auntie Tracy, I caught that little shade. She said she has a lot to say. I've been having a lot to say since I learned how to talk. I can't help it. But look, I want to go ahead, jump into Hate It and Love It, because baby, look, I ain't gonna keep y'all for a long time. We've been zip through. Let's get it. Okay, the Love It is the LinkedIn Lit Brunch. Let me tell you all this. Outside of it just being the event is coming up, we'll have about 9 days until the LinkedIn Lit Brunch is happening. If you're in the Chicagoland area, join us. Okay, join us. Get your tickets. I'll put the information up there because I want y'all to visit the link. Now, what I'll say as far as the Love It surrounding the brunch is this. I laid the foundation earlier this year when I did it in May. So this time around planning, I am not as stressed, bewildered, dehydrated, all of the things. I'm none of those things this time around. You said the hair cute. Thank you, girl. I have to go up to Nina's real quick. You know what I'm saying? Whip it on them real quick. Hold up. I'm going to get my butters with this. Thank you, though. Thank you. But I really built the foundation of how I wanted the event to go. And, I will say this, if you're in event curation, you do media, you do marketing, we're doing similar things. You know the importance of having a strategic process and not only having a strategy. You got to actually execute on that strategy. So this week I sit as we're 9 days away. I feel super proud of the work that I'm putting in, the efficient communication, people that are still joining forces with me. Y'all, I just had somebody that called me today. Like, you got enough space? I'm like, baby, we got space for you. Come on, baby. Yeah. You can come and come together right now. Okay, let's get together. I am loving the fact that it's getting around. I'm loving it. Okay. Everybody is sharing it. Everyone is doing their part. So that's the love it this week. Just the work being put in, the execution of a plan, of a vision, you know, that you have. And it's funny, Angel mentioned it as far as like, you know, you have things going on and there's delays. The concept of the Linked and Lit brunch and what I wanted to do, it came to me after I had gone to an event and I was like, man, you know, I'm trying to connect. It just felt real awkward. People were talking at me the entire time. I'm just like, I just want to eat my food and I just want to connect with a few folks. I don't want to be talked at. This doesn't feel like an authentic experience. And it wasn't nothing against that. It's just, you know, it wasn't really my flavor. And I found that as I was looking for events, I'm like, I don't see nothing that's really my flavor right now. So what do we do when we don't see what it is that we want? We either go get it or we create it. And in my case, I decided to create it. And I'm happy to share it with you all because it's a labor of love. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But we do it. We do it. And it's not for the shine, it's for the impact. I tell you what, the people that were in the room the first time, a lot of them are still doing businesses. We've done several activations with people that have been in the room. And when I say activations, know what the activation is, baby. It means that we are getting the word out, we are getting some revenue generated, and we are making real connections. That's what you can expect. I'm going to leave it at that. Hated it. I can be honest with y'all. I don't have a hated it at this point. Not this week. There's nothing really that I have to hate. Things are going well. I'm feeling good, looking good. The buttons is whipped, honey. It's swinging. I needed my ends clipped. Oh, can somebody talk about it? The hated it is when you need your ends clipped and your hair don't be acting right and it don't curl right. It don't flow right. That's the only hated it that I could think of. I was overdue for a trim. Today, earlier this morning, I'm sitting up there, look, and I'm talking to Anthony or whatever the case is. And God bless him because I know that he heard a couple little pieces that sounded like a Cheeto being bit into that was stale. Bless his heart, okay? But I'm sitting up there, I'm curling it out. And I knew this morning, I said, I got to get over to Mina's. To right now. And I did. And then guess what? When I pulled up, the guy that I usually go to, shout out to Daniel, if you go to the Mina's in Madison. Yeah, he the one. He been keeping the butters whipped for a few years. You know, I started popping out with it a little bit more, you know, as of recently, just because I told y'all about that day that I had that unit on and I felt like my head was going to come off. My head was so high. I'm like, do I have a jack-o'-lantern on my head? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so yeah, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. What's up, Daniel? What's going on? But yeah, I walked up. I'm like, Daniel, you free? And he ended up having a leather lady. Because when I walked in, they like, who do you want to see today? I'm like, Daniel. So the lady that was before me, oh, honey, she cut me a look like I knew she ain't gonna get in Daniel's chair before me. I'm just like, honey, I'm patient. Thank you. Thank you, Auntie. Latifah said, and they ate. And did. That's all I have for that. But look, let me hold you because we are, you know, I wanted to spend some really intricate time with my guests. This is what I'm gonna do for us. I'm gonna spare y'all a commercial break while we break into tonight's What Would You Do? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? I don't know if y'all ready. I don't know if y'all ready. So because I don't know, check out this message.
Chicago, get ready for the Linked and Lit brunch, the fall edition. On Saturday, October 11th, get ready to step into a space with good food, crafted cocktails, amazing vendors, and where powerful conversations are taking place. This ain't just your average brunch. It's an experience and a chance to connect with other like-minded individuals. So I hope you'll join me. The link is in my bio. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Ha! I tricked you all. Latifah said she ready. So let's go ahead. Let's get into tonight's What Would You Do? I'll leave the information up for the brunch, leave that promo code. So let's get into it real quick. My sister is angry with her 19-year-old daughter, who's a sophomore in college, because she wants to quit school. Her boyfriend, who's a junior, plans to go pro next year and has asked her to marry him over the summer. He just bought her a car and he's having a house built currently. My sister thinks that her daughter has worked so hard and it's too early for marriage. I believe finding love is about having someone to help take care of you. However, my sister wants her daughter to get a degree. She's studying to be a dentist. I think my sister is jealous because my niece appears to be happy and my sister is a single, miserable woman. My sister thinks that if the marriage doesn't work out, her daughter will have no education to fall back on. If this were your daughter, would you be okay with her dropping out of college at 19 to pursue marriage instead of her degree? I forgot to mention, she's currently 3 months pregnant and he wants her to be a stay-at-home mom. 19. She's a sophomore in college. Her boyfriend's a junior, set to go pro. He's clearly got the bag at a young age. She's pregnant, 3 months pregnant. The mom is concerned. The sister thinks that the mom might be jealous or feeling away. Let's break this one down. This one's layered. This one's layered. You know, I like what Shaunté said earlier about how if I did this, I want you to do 10 times better than me. So as I'm reading this one, I'm not mad that the mother wants her to have something on her own because look, ladies, let me look into the camera and talk to y'all real quick. We've all been sold a dream. And I think that it's safe to leave it there. If you've been sold a dream, just drop a little hand in the comment. You could drop the clock. You could drop whatever it is. How many of y'all? And guys, y'all have been sold a dream too. You probably didn't know it. You probably didn't find it out. But how many people have been sold a dream? I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pay for that. I'm going to sponsor this. Only for you to find out there was never any sponsorship. It was never going to happen. They weren't able. Or what they promised you, circumstances changed. So I don't know if the mother is necessarily jealous because she's single. And just because she's single, it doesn't mean that she's miserable. So sister, are you projecting some feelings? Sister? Because I would be pissed if my sister said that, like, jealous of your child. Has she openly expressed this to you? Because to me, it just sounds like a mother that's concerned. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. Now, I do think that 19 is a little bit young to make long-term decisions or to just lay up and just be, a stay-at-home person. But I'm a modern girl. I like to get my own bag and do my own thing because I need to be able to have that type of autonomy on my life. But it's not the same for everybody. Everyone has different goals. Some people want to be kept their entire lives. They don't want to have to grow up. They don't want to have to do anything on their own. They feel like certain things should be provided to them. Doesn't mean that their way of living is wrong or right. I don't know. You guys, what do you all think about this? I mean, I'm not a parent, so let's start there. Y'all know we got to give that disclaimer because we want to talk to the parents today. Is she too young? Is she trying to save her or is she jealous? I don't think that it's jealousy in this situation. I don't. I think that she sees her baby and she doesn't want, because she sees her baby, right? No, she's 19 years old, but she sees her baby. This girl ain't even old enough to drink legally. About to put her life on hold to appease another. Let's get into Latifah's comment. Latifah says she's not jealous. She just wants to make sure her daughter's future is stable and not wasting time. Absolutely. I mean, I cannot think of any other reason why she would have some concerns, besides the fact of that she's 19 years old. She's in college to be a dentist. And my whole thing is that, hey, if he loves you and he loves the family that he was about to create with you, knocking you off your course shouldn't be a part of the makeup. Even if he does want a stay-at-home girl. He asked her to marry him. He seems like he's trying to set her up with a life where she could be kept, you know. But I don't know. She thinks that she don't see. Okay. Now, who is this? The sister of the sister, or the daughter and the sister? Auntie, give me a little bit of context there. Hold on. What did she say? She sees things that she don't see. Yeah. To me, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's go ahead and take it there. I've, of course, been young before, and sometimes when the older guys, you know, and even if it's not that much of a difference, but like let's just go with, you know, guys that have money or that are established and everything, they're gonna come in kind of wanting a certain level of control of things, you know, and that could potentially be the situation, or it could be just like, hey, I love you, and you know, we also, there's some things that we need to account for that we don't have any information on. If he grew up, and let's just say he grew up 2-parent household, we don't know anything about his background, but let's just give an example. And he saw his mother as the homemaker, and he saw his father being the one to get the bacon, bring it home, and do all of these things. He this is what was modeled to him, to be a provider. He may not be necessarily coming from a manipulative place. Like that may not be the case for him, but it may be that I've got money, I wear the pants, I do this. I mean, we've seen those dynamics too, where they feel like I'm taking care of you, so you gonna do what I say, and you gonna shut up about it, right? I mean, I'm sorry, we've seen it before. We've seen how these different dynamics play out. Here's what I say for tonight. What would you do? What the sister could do, because we're gonna break this down a little bit. Sister, I don't like that part of how you said that she's single and miserable, because you haven't given us any information on what indicated that she's single and miserable, besides the fact that she's looking out for her daughter, her seed, the link on her family tree. You can't determine that. You can't say what. It's not your place. Okay. So that's first off. Let's not judge the sister. Be a sister. Because even this whole thing is unsisterly to me. Because baby, I wish my sister would. I'd be like, what? That's number one. As far as for the mom, you know, show her some real life examples, or talk to her about real life examples of women that put their lives on hold and what it resulted in. Okay. Find some people of like, you know, hey, I dimmed my light in the course that I was on for this situation, and it didn't work out, and I wish I would have done differently. You're gonna have to find some examples, and just be like, I just want you to think about this, because she is still an adult. Although, I mean, to me, I don't know. I feel like my parents didn't really consider me an adult, so I was able to get my own cocktails. All right. Like, you know, you're 19, you're not all the way there to just be throwing your life away anyway. The mama is not wrong. Sorry. She's not wrong for reminding her daughter that you have purpose too. And your purpose and your dreams and the things that you want to do should not have to subside because this man knocked you up and now he wants you to sit down. Tonight, later on in the topic, we're talking about the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj drama, but you all see that when Cardi B really stopped messing with Offset, how he said he basically, I forgot what the tweet said, but it was essentially he got her knocked up and kept her like that. You know what I'm saying? He like, I won. I believe that he might have said I won, right? It's something people will, they'll get you pregnant to sit you down. Clock it. Culture Club is in the building. Come on, Culture Club. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Auntie Tracy said, first of all, he's not old enough to make life decisions. And especially not only life decisions for him, but life decisions for him, for her too. I believe that being a provider, I mean, it's something that's got to be in you. So kudos to him for getting her a car and making sure she got a place to stay. We're going to build a home and make sure you and this baby is taken care of. We applaud it. But if the love is there, allow her to finish out her dreams and goals. Mom, stand down for now. Keep that FAFSA updated for when she probably needs to enroll back in case things don't work out. Because typically people that sell dreams like that, they may be able to fulfill it, they may not. Okay. Auntie Tracy said, you will learn to appreciate the things your mom says. If your mom is telling you, and we not talking about the trash moms. Let's be clear. We talking about the real active moms that know their babies, they know their children, they know what's going on, they can peep game, they street smart. We talking about the real moms, the locked in moms, the ones that's been there from day one. When your mom tells you something sometimes, and she a real one, listen. But mom, the harder that you push, you're going to push her away. So keep her close. And although I'm not a parent, I can tell you that from the perspective of I'm somebody's child at the end of the day. Keep your babies close. Even if you don't 100% agree with what they have going on, keep them close. That's all I've got for tonight's What Would You Do? Y'all let me know y'all comments and thoughts, questions. Put it down in the comments for me. And remember to drop those businesses. Drop your business in the comments. I want to see it. Because I've been seeing a few of the business people on here, but y'all not dropping your business. What's up with that? We'll be right back after this break.
Chicago, get ready for the Link to Lit brunch, the fall edition. On Saturday, October 11th, get ready to step into a space with good food, crafted cocktails, amazing vendors, and where powerful conversations are taking place. This ain't just your average brunch. It's an experience and a chance to connect with other like-minded individuals. So I hope you'll join me. The link is in my bio. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you could treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Thank you again to those that are tuning in on our Facebook and YouTube feed and just jumping in on the conversation. Tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. Let me go ahead and just let's get into it. I'm gonna give y'all a nice little rollout, okay? Y'all, retailers are starting to feel a penny pinch right now. Do y'all know it's a penny shortage? Now, let me tell you, you might think, oh, girl, it's just pennies. Now, currently right now, in order to make a penny, it costs $3.69 roughly. So the current administration, they've tried before, but they are pushing it now to kind of stop the production of pennies. Okay, great. But what's been happening is that retailers, various ones, Loves, they are definitely a retailer. They're one of the ones that's been kind of shocking everybody with the news of like, hey, we are experiencing shortages. We're having to round things up, and it's creating a little bit of a deficit that might be a problem if y'all don't get us some more pennies. Okay, this is something that's going on. So they're starting to feel it right now. You all keep an eye out, and if you got some pennies, hold on to them. They may be worth something at some point if they're not phased out completely. So yeah, let's go ahead and go with that. Now, something else that it's concerning, and especially if you are someone that you shop at Walmart, Trader Joe's, Kroger, or any of the Albertsons grocery stores, there is currently a listeria outbreak that is going on right now. Yeah. The CDC, they definitely announced that this week. So there have been 20 confirmed cases of listeria poisoning. And the connection is across 15 different states. Okay. the outbreak, it initially started in June, okay? And then they started to do some investigation and were able to track it back to certain pasta products. So there were products that were made like the chicken Alfredos, the blackened chicken Alfredos. If you bought those, they, you know, you are at risk of catching that. So please just be mindful. I am going to share this particular article published by WGN on the Blueprint Media Company's page so that you all can kind of read up on it, just in case if you have this in your freezer right now. Like we certainly, we don't want anybody, I don't want anybody to get sick if we can help it. So you all keep an eye out for that, and just be mindful. Be mindful. Now, some news that everybody knew but apparently became official this week. Y'all, Lotto finally claimed 21 Savage after we all suspected this for probably about 3.5 years at this point. My good sis, let me share with you. We already knew. They caught Lotto coming out of an event, getting ready to get in her car, and they asked her about the famous rapper 21 Savage. Y'all know 21. And she's just like, my husband. Girl, we've been new, but thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for sharing with us. Now, you all know that we have been given some reports on everything that was going on with the Diddy case. He is set to have some sentencing and everything on tomorrow, Friday. Let's see what happens with that. What y'all talking about in these comments? What's going on? Latifah, like, we knew that, boo. Right. Since we knew already. We knew that was your man. We knew who you were talking about. The 7s on your neck gave it away. You know, so y'all made so many references with each other in the songs. Because let me tell you a little something about me. I listen to the rap. I'm listening to it. And I'm like, they go together. I don't even know why she playing with us. Stop playing. Now, I always say his name wrong, but Kai Cenat, I think I said it right. Yeah. He made history as the first streamer to hit 1 million on Twitch. He hit a million Twitch subscribers. The first to ever do it. Okay. I love to see it. It's just giving Black excellence in motion. Now, you all know that it had been a lot of conversation about who was performing at next year's Super Bowl. So they did announce that it was going to be Bad Bunny. He's going to be doing that. But here's the other announcement that came later on that was a little bit disturbing. Ice is also attending the 2026 Super Bowl. They are trying to go and trying to capture people. And I know if you all are from the Chicagoland area, and for my people that's tuning in outside of the Chicagoland area, let me know what the experience has been like since Ice has touched down. Because they have been absolutely terrorizing the folks in the Chicagoland area. Ice has pulled up in the area where I work, which is in the downtown area. Yeah. On Michigan Avenue, near Wacker. Lower Wacker, what have you. They're everywhere. But now they're going to the Super Bowl. Make it make sense. I'm gonna keep it brief. I'll keep it brief. That's all that I have. Because the next thing is that the girlies been getting into it. The girls have been getting into it. So when we come back from this really quick break, we have to talk. There's no way that we cannot talk about the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj drama. But again, I know I told you all we talk about everything with the purpose. We got to talk about why the girlie's getting into it. What's the problem? I need to know. We'll be right back after this break.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. Them more mistakes are gone. I won't do them no more. That's old news. That's news. I done did that before. I turn nothing to something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it. More action. You just
Chicago, get ready for the Link to Lit brunch, the fall edition. On Saturday, October 11th, get ready to step into a space with good food, crafted cocktails, amazing vendors, and where powerful conversations are taking place. This ain't just your average brunch. It's an experience and a chance to connect with other like-minded individuals. So I hope you'll join me. The link is in my bio. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Let's jump in. The rap girlies is mad with each other. They're upset. They're upset. Why is that on there twice? We don't know, but we're going to fix it. Jesus, we have to fix it. Let me tell you this. First off, since Cardi B's album dropped, I've been bumping it every day. Hello, it's me. Hello. Okay. Face pretty. I know I should probably run a pageant, baby. Be feeling like a magnet, baby. The CD has been on repeat. I don't even want to lie to you. I was listening to it while I was doing my makeup today. I'm like, Lord, I can't make no videos with this. But I will. Because I love me some Cardi B. And I love Nicki Minaj too. They have been getting into it so bad. They have said some vile things, even bringing the children into it, y'all. I mean, the feud has hit a low of lows this time around. It's hit a low. And it's very, very concerning that these women are acting like this. Let's be clear. It's a little bit too much. But I don't want to focus on that. I feel like that tonight's conversation, why is it that people, women, or whether if it's men or everything, like, why can't we just all exist within our greatness? Cardi B dropped a dope project. Nicki Minaj, with all of this stuff that's going on with the rap girlies, wouldn't even be going on if she would have just put out, like, congratulations on the project. With Nicki Minaj, what I don't understand with her sometimes is that, why do you want to be the only one? You can't do this stuff forever. Like, I mean, let's be honest. Not saying that there's a time limit on anything, because we have rappers like MC Lyte and Queen Latifah that can still get out and rock a stage. I just saw them last year in LA when we went out for the BET Awards, rocking the stage. So we know that it doesn't age out, but aren't you supposed to be doing what you're doing to make room for the new girls to come in? Why is it always a problem? What really is the problem? That's what I would ask you. Girl, what's the problem? They started talking about the children, and they both hit very, very below the belt. Why does it have to get so nasty is what I don't understand. And it's unfortunate to see. It's unfortunate to see tonight for those that are tuning in, because I see y'all trickling in. What's up? We're talking about the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj drama. It's sad to me. Those babies are getting drugged into it. And one of my girlfriends today, she said to me, she's like, when those kids get older and they want to fight back because of what was said about them, this is a new generation of the youngins out here. They ruthless and they do not care. They do not care at all. Not a piece. Not at all. They don't care. They don't care. They'll run up on you. They'll fight old people. Whoop your butt. Okay? Don't play with this generation. They're a little bit different. But they both they went so down in the gutter with things that I found myself, because I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all know I read it. I read it. I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I absolutely read it. Yeah. I was so live the first night when it started popping off. It was crazy to me. I was like, are these real? And then you go right to their X accounts, and it was absolutely real. Let me get into Latifah's comment. Some females not mature enough to clap for another woman. Like, they don't want to see them shine. It's a shame, but that's how it goes. Low. This is the thing. You're right. For me, like, I get great joy. You don't even have to be my friend or my family member or someone that I know intricately. I'm excited for you because it's your blessing. It's your project. It's something that you worked hard for. And we are here with our pom-poms and we are clapping. But Latifah, you are absolutely correct. There are some and it's not just women, it's just people are not mature enough to step outside of themselves sometimes and give props where props is due. The funny thing about it was, you know, Nicki Minaj had a lot of things to say about Cardi's album and everything, but even took some of her disses that she was doing via X or Twitter and was directly reciting lyrics from Cardi B's song, and of course changing them up to insult her ultimately. But I'm like, you listened. Because how would you know that? How would you know A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Because you would only know that if you listen to the album. Like, baby, do you recognize that you helped the very person that you were talking about by giving them a stream because you listened to the entire album? Be for real. I ended up coming across a clip where Lil' Kim was saying that as far as with Nicki Minaj, it seems like she wants to be the only person. And let's be real, because understand this. I'm not a Barb. I'm not a part of a beehive or whatever. I like Drake. Love him. Down. Do no wrong. I love him. But even then, I'm not like a super fan where it's just like I'm taking it to heart and I'm going to go back and forth with people online. Nope. Keep your opinions. I'm just going to share mine, you know, and I'm going to listen to yours. I may disagree, but I'm going to still listen. But they were like hyping up the crazy. Like when I tell you y'all the other night, it was crazy online. But talking about those kids, talking about disabilities, even with Cardi B, I was mad at her because understand this, although I was bumping the album, I was mad at her because she, you know, was talking about, you know, allegedly that, you know, Nicki Minaj had to go to fertility clinics and all that other stuff. And I'm just like, look, baby, we know you are a baby making machine. Praise God. Okay. I'm here. Me and my uterus is over here happy for you. But don't joke about things like that because you don't know it. It's just like, I'm a fan and I feel like I'm like, oh, I'm slightly offended, but I'm, you know, I'm gonna let it ride because it's a decent project. But girl, why are you coming at the girl and stuff that? Even if she did have to go and see a fertility doctor, even if that was true, okay. What's the point? I didn't like that aspect of it. There were just several things that I felt like it was taken too far. And why do we have to go that far? I'll just leave it at that. I will leave it at that before we close out. If y'all got y'all questions, comments, or concerns, make sure that you drop them in the comments. Okay, we're going to close out when we come back with tonight's quote of the night. Because I'm going to remind y'all one last time. Remember I told y'all I was going to see this a few times. So here it goes one more time.
Chicago, get ready for the Link to Lit brunch, the fall edition. On Saturday, October 11th, get ready to step into a space with good food, crafted cocktails, amazing vendors, and where powerful conversations are taking place. This ain't just your average brunch. It's an experience and a chance to connect with other like-minded individuals. So I hope you'll join me. The link is in my bio. Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
I know I done kept y'all here for a while. And if y'all tired and hungry like me, I'm about to go make some shrimp scampi. Pocket. I'm gonna go cook something because I need that. I gotta have it. Okay. But tonight's quote of the night, it's let me just share it and then I'll talk to you about it. Focus on the support that's showing up, not on the people that you thought would show up. Let me tell you this, as I am in the midst of planning and, you know, finishing out things to make sure that next Saturday is a complete success with the brunch. When we talk about support or different things, I've had people where it's just like, you know, I've poured, I've bought tickets, I've supported, donated, everything. And they're just like, they know that it's a link. They know that it's a paid event that you have to go to. And they're just like, yeah, send me a ticket. And I'm just like, click the link. Click the link. You know, like, what are you asking for? What is this? You know, what is this? I don't understand it. But it's been the people that are, you know, kind of on the outskirts, or just people that I've met along the way that they have supported so much. The Link to Lit brunch would not be what it's going to be next week without our sponsors, without our event partners, without, you know, us coming together as a collective to decide to give a really, not just an event, but an actual experience for anyone that attends. But in this time, focusing on the people that are showing up, the people that offer to help, the people that are just doing what they can to make sure that it's a fully functioning event, and that it goes off without a hitch. Like, those are the people that I'm focused on. Those are the people that I know that when it's time to pour, that when the cup overfloweth, to make sure that their cup is in the midst of it, because I know that they're going to do the same for me. And, you know, we talk about all the time just kind of having reciprocal relationships with, you know, with people. And it's not just your platonic people, your romantic relationships, but just also your business relationships in your career, people that you come across, you know, just putting out that energy and that support when you can. If you can do it and you can show up when you can. Support. So that's the word that I want to leave you all with. I hope that you will drop your businesses in the comments for me. Okay. And I want to, of course, thank everyone for tuning in tonight. And thank you so much to my 3 guests that came on. Raynetta Greenleaf. You all make sure to go and follow Greenleaf Motivated Inc. everywhere. And of course, shout out to Angel Lofton and Shaunté Brewer. And, you know, and just all of the amazing things that they're doing. Go and follow these ladies. Go follow Shannon, SDL Photography. You know, I'm happy to have them with, not only just come on as guests on the show, but also to be just within my network of people that I know that are doing dope things and truly making an impact. If you all are interested in anything that they talked about, whether if you want to support Greenleaf or you want to be a part of the project that, you know, that Angel and Shannon and Shaunté that they're put together to get, you know, to put out to the world, reach out to them. Reach out, okay? And get your tickets for the brunch before the 5th, because I'm not extending it no more after that. I promise. I love y'all, and until next time. Bye.
Thank you for tuning into the Blueprint Live. I'm your girl, MzMetchi. Make sure that you're following me on all platforms at MzMetchi and at the BP Media Co. See y'all next week. Okay, bye.